What's up you guys, welcome back to my channel Anjreadsbooks. I am Anjali and today I'm here with the try a chapter video. I said this video because I don't know if it is a tag or a challenge or what it is, but I absolutely love the concept behind it. I have like 5 books right over here which are really hyped and well-known books, and I have not read any of them. They have been in my TBR for like forever, and today I'm going to try each one of them. So if you're not familiar with the concept of try a chapter, it's like the name suggests, I'm going to read first chapter of all the books here and we'll see which one intrigues me more, and based on that I will decide my next read. So yep, let's get into it. So like I said, I have 5 books here with me and I will read each one of them in turn. The first one here is Good Girl's Guide to Murder. This is a murder mystery. It's like digging the case. The case is closed and it's reopened for some thesis or something. That's what I understand from the back, and I have no idea what this is really about, but it's like raging all over the internet. So I am going to give this a try. I'm quite interested in what this is. The next book I have is The Kingdom of the Wicked. And that book fell right. So and I have like very less idea about what this is. From the back of this I see that the main character's twin is killed and she is going to avenge that. That's the main idea of this one, I think. And yeah, it is YA fantasy. There are witches and like dark magic as far as I see here. Sounds interesting. So yeah. Oh my god, this book has literally been in my TBR for like I don't even know how long. Where the Crawdads Sing. This is being turned into a movie and I don't know if it's released or if it's not. I have no clue absolutely, but I have heard so damn much about this one and I don't know why I keep postponing reading this. I don't know what's wrong with me or this, but obviously not this, because so many people have read it and there are like 5-star rating for this one. So I am going to give this a try. Right in this video I'll see if this first chapter, at least that will grab my attention and I can finally just finish with this one. The next one I have here is also quite famous, With the Fire on High. Did I say that right? Yeah, With the Fire on High. And this is mostly about a woman who is who is a chef or budding chef. From the back of the book, that's what I summarize. And she has a daughter. She's a teenager. It's a YA I don't think it's fantasy or romance or just YA literary. She is beautiful, isn't she? I really liked her for some reason. So yeah. So looking forward for this. Next book I have is The Secret History, and this is, I believe, a psychological thriller. I am not really big on psychological thrillers because I don't know, they just mess my head. So I, as much as possible, try to just avoid them. But this was given to me on my birthday last year and it's almost an year now. So I just want to give this one a try because I've heard so much about it. Although it really does not appeal to me, the genre, but I have few of the books which I really enjoyed, psychological thrillers. So I don't want to give up on the genre just yet. I'll just give one more try, and I've read so much about this. It's something dark academia. I've read this back like when I don't know when I received the book, I guess, but that's what I remember from that. Again, I have not read it recently. Okay, so we will see. This is again a surprise. I have absolutely no clue, but I don't know why I remember it's like something related to academic. So yep. So yeah, I'll get started with A Good Girl Guides to Murder by Holly Jackson. and once I complete the first chapter, I will let you guys know how I feel about the book and what the story like is, or how much I understood from the first chapter, or yeah, everything that is, you know, I pick up from the first chapter. If the book makes me feel like I should, you know, just forget the video and go on with the second chapter, I'll let you know that as well. I've completed reading this book and it was quite interesting. It's about Pippa, who is a student and who is doing an extended project kind of thing. She is studying investigative journalism, and she's trying to reopen one case which was like in 2012. It's a missing person murder case, and an accused has been, you know, found, or there is a person accused, and she believes that it's not that person. So Pippa goes to this house. Everyone in the town has been abandoning the house. It's Singh family. Everyone is like, don't treat them well, and the entire house is just, you know, like they are kind of like in a house arrest. They don't go outside, they don't talk, like nobody talks to them, because the accused was from that house. Pippa goes to that house, talks to you know, her brother, and says that I don't believe that Sal killed or Sal had anything to do with Andy's murder or disappearance. So yes, and the first chapter shows this. It's kind of a report, a transcript between, she spoke to someone called Andrea. She explains everything about how police you know, behave when they get a report, like a complaint about missing person, and how they treat the case and everything. She just gives the procedure and everything, and that's where it is right now. And it's very interesting, to be honest, because she believes that Sal had nothing to do with it. We don't know who Sal is or how he is related to the missing person. Her name is Andrea, who is 17-year-old, and she is missing, presumed dead, because her body is not found yet, and Sal is nowhere to be seen, or there is no mention how he is related to her, to Andrea, to Andy. I am quite, you know, interested how or why he is being blamed, or if he has really anything to do with it, and everything, you know, how her thesis is going to work, how her investigation is going to go. And it kind of intrigued me, the way this was written, the first chapter, the transcript and everything. It was really, really good. So I'm going to start with this brilliant book right over here, and I have heard so much. It's a fantasy book which I absolutely like. So yep, let's get into it, because it's like everything witch. I absolutely love that. And magic and dark. It's going to get dark over here, and there is murder. So if she is going for revenge, I think she knows who the murderer is. I'll just read this chapter and see if that does something. Oh my gosh, I have so many questions right now about what's happening, and I don't know, it was really interesting. Like, I was almost going to read the next line from the chapter 2, and oh wow, I am absolutely intrigued by this one. So damn interesting. I read prologue and first chapter. So it's about witches. Amelia and Victoria are twins, and in the prologue they're like 8 years old, and their grandmother is very terrified of something. It's not really clear, but yeah, It's about, she is very terrified about the princess of hell. She says there are 7 princes of hell, and these guys, the witches, are supposed to be careful with 4 of them, which is greed, wrath, envy, and pride. Yes. And she says that they roam around the world at the night. The girls are intrigued by this more than being afraid of that, and that is something that is worrying the grandmother. And something happens in the first ending of that one which I didn't really understand, but it's not like I didn't understand, it's like I have questions. The first chapter is like 10 years later, and they are working in their restaurant, a family restaurant, and Victoria has not come home for dinner, and not everyone, but her grandmother she is literally terrified of something that was foretold, of there's murders happening around of the witches. The grandmother is absolutely terrified. She is like, she cannot stop thinking about something. She cannot stop thinking about it. The thing is, these guys, they know it, but they don't actually believe that this is happening, because they don't actually believe that these princes of hell or the devil, they actually exist, or they're doing anything around the world. They know it's there, but they don't believe it. It's like the probability is very less, and I totally understand that. This grandmother knows something which she is not telling anyone, and I don't know, it feels like the main question right here is that there's some kind of amulet around their necks which protects them. I don't know if it is only for these people or it's for entire, like, are they special in any way? I don't know, like, why are these one targeted? Why is she so afraid, her grandmother so afraid of it? Oh my god, I have so many questions. I'll just go mad if I don't continue reading this. So this has me excited. I'll be reading Where the Crawdads Sing, which I am least excited for I don't know what reason, but yeah, I'm finally going to bite the bullet and read it. I ordered this because I wanted to read this, but since the day I held this book in my hand, I don't know, there is no appeal for it. There is no appeal. I don't want to read this book for some reason, but we are going to read it today, at least the first chapter, and I'm hoping it'll have me at least a minor bit of interested, so that I can actually read and see what the hell it is about. So I have read this prologue and chapter 1, and prologue was, they found some body, and I don't know who, or I don't know who found it. I just know that there was a body found, and it was a short one, just like this much. And chapter 1, it's by Kia. Kia is, I think, the last daughter of the family, and I didn't find, there was nothing happening. She was a small, and like small, she was little. She's just a girl, and her parents fought, and her mom left the house, and she has been waiting for the entire chapter. And this marsh was, the place they were living. It was described for, like, I don't know, for some quite long paragraphs. So that's that, like how the situation is where they live, and what kind of people come by, and everything of that sort. And it's just, she has been waiting for her mother, and her mother didn't come. That was literally the first chapter, and I did not find it interesting. I don't know anything about you, and I don't care if your mom left right now. So that's so harsh saying it, but I don't know, it was nothing like, the body, I think that was of a male. So her mom would not, I mean, I don't know if her mom was dead or if that's the reason she did not come. Yeah, that's what's going on chapter first chapter, and it was not much. I don't know, not really intrigued. Not intrigued at all actually, but I really wanted to give this one a chance, and I don't know, I will give this one another chance someday again, and I will read the next chapter, I think, to just get a little more perspective about what's happening and what Kia is doing on, and how is this affecting her life. It's historical fiction and there is a murder involved, and I don't know. With The Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo, I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, but I'm sorry if it's not. And this is the fourth book. It's just I don't know which genre this goes under. I'm just seeing if it's just women's fiction. So yeah, I will see how this one goes and I will let you know. I am a tiny bit intrigued by this one because this woman Imoni, she is in school and she has a 2-year-old daughter. Like, she is 17 and she has a 2-year-old daughter, and I have no idea how that's working for her, because in the first part was a recipe. Let me just show you guys that one. Yep, like this, ingredients, directions, and like that. So the day one, Imoni, I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. Imoni is she keeps addressing her baby girl, which is kind of cute, and the baby likes Moana and she is watching Moana, and Imoni is braiding her hair for the first day of daycare, and she's getting late. She also has to go to school and everything, and thankfully she has her grandmother with her. I don't know where her parents are or anything like that, but it's like all the hustle and bustle while she is going to school, and she has to take care of a 2-year-old daughter who is like, it's also her first day of daycare. It has to be overwhelming. I don't know how she is going to handle all of that. So yeah, I want to read it. I'm not like intrigued, like too much interested right now. I definitely want to see how things work out for her and how she's managing everything. So it definitely is difficult, I can 100% assure that, but I want to see how she's managing. That's what I am really interested about right now. The Secret History by Donna Tartt. Like I said, I have read the synopsis like almost an year ago, and only thing I remember is that it's something related to academic, which I'm not sure. Again, we will read the first chapter. This is a psychological thriller, so that's what I am really worried about. That took me way too long, you guys. It was such a big chapter. The first chapter was like 50 pages, and I read a prologue as well. It was really interesting actually. With the prologue, they find it's not a body. They don't find a body. They literally murder someone. 4 of them, a friends group, I guess, and they murder one of their friends. The entire prologue is about how the body was found by the police and how big a deal was made of that murder and everything, and them being in trouble. Yeah, that was prologue, and we are in the head of Richard. The entire first chapter was like his past, his childhood, how he got to the college and what subjects he chosen and what were his interests, his family support and everything, and how he came by to be in this college. Richard is really interested in ancient Greek and he wants to learn. He already has the experience of ancient Greek for like 2 years from high school or something, and then now again he wants to, you know, get into Greek. And there is this group of ancient Greek people. The lecturer doesn't take many students. He literally has 5 students in his, you know, in the group. His entire group is like secluded. They don't interact with anyone, or they don't go to any other lecturer. Richard is very intrigued. But he's not taken into Greek. Like I said, Julian is very strict about taking children, like taking pupils, and he rejected Richard. And Richard is very, like, he is obsessed. Not obsessed, but he's stuck there. He doesn't have much interest in Greek. Like, it's not like he cannot move forward without Greek, but he is very intrigued with what is going on exactly, and why is this entire thing, you know, why are they like that and everything. All these people was mentioned, not all of them. Henry was mentioned, Benny was mentioned in the prologue, and Benny is the one who gets killed. It's like the first line of the book tells that who died, so it's not some spoiler or something. So yeah, don't worry about that. Benny is the one who is murdered by all of these, and I'm very interested on how, you know, how did they get to that point, especially the main character. We are in his head, and he is you know, he got into this, finally after doing everything, he got into this Greek group, ancient Greek group, and Benny is the one who is very good with him, like who is talking to him in a right way. So I don't know how they reached from this to that point where all of them murder one of their friends. You know, the prologue was interesting. It was really interesting to see, you know, first revealing who has died, and I am the murderer. I'm actually very interested in reading this book, although I'm very scared as well. So yes, I have read all these first chapters of all the books, and I seem to have interest in these three books, you know, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which the first book I read, it was really good. It was very interesting actually. So yeah, and the second one, this I am most interested in. So I have my answer already, which I'm going to read next. So it will be this one, and I'm also very much interested, like very eager to learn about what happened in this story as well. I am going to read this one. I'm going to enjoy the hell out of this, I'm sure. That concludes our Try a Chapter. I absolutely enjoyed all of them. Not all of them. There is one book I can think of. Let me know which one would you have chosen, if in case you have read any of these. So let me know that in the comment section below, and I would love to know what you think of the books and which you think I should have selected if you were in my place. So yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, click the bell icon to get notified every time I upload a new video. And until then, it's me Anjali signing off. Bye.